Now, our topic is criticism of corporate social responsibility. The concept of corporate social responsibility is criticized on many grounds. First is to distract public attention. Some acts may initially appear to be selfless but may have ulterior motives. Industries such as tobacco or alcohol firms make products that damage their consumers or the environment. Such firms may engage in some philanthropic activities as those in other industries. Prisoner is an American neurologist. He had discovered a protein which is responsible for CJD disease. CJD disease is an unusual neurological disorder, and ultimately, the prisoner had won the 1997 Nobel Prize in Medicine. After winning the prize, the American neurologist prisoner thanked RJ Tobacco Company, RJ Reynolds Tobacco Company. Why prisoner thanked RJ Tobacco Company? Because RJ Tobacco Company had provided funds for the research of CJD disease. Now the critics say that RJ Reynolds Tobacco Company funded the CJD disease related project only to divert the public attention away from their harmful business practices. What are the harmful practices of RJ Renault Tobacco Company? As all of us know, that tobacco is used in cigarettes, and cigarettes are known to cause cancer. So ultimately, this company was involved in some manner which was causing cancer in human beings. So it is said that the CSR activities of the companies like RJ Reynolds Tobacco Company are only aimed to divert the public attention, and their main aim is not the welfare of the society or the environment. Now we take the second example of McDonald's Corporation. All of us are very well known with this corporation. It is an American fast food global chain restaurant. It has its operations in more than 100 countries. It serves about 7 crore customers daily with its hamburgers, burgers, french fries, milkshakes, and whatnot. It is said that McDonald Corporation associated itself with Ronald McDonald House Charities and other children's charities as CSR, while its meals have been accused of promising poor eating habits. In other words, we can say that critics say that it provided funds to various charitable organizations only to divert the attention of the public, because this corporation is being accused by the fact that the meals provided by this fast food restaurant chain is only causing poor eating habits, and it is harmful for the ultimate health of the general public. Some critics believe that such CSR programs are undertaken by companies to distract the public from the ethical questions posed by their corporations. Corporations mean that whatever are they providing to the public in the shape of food is not beneficial for them. What is Ronald McDonald House Charities? It is an independent American non-food non-profit organization which is having the mission to improve the health and well-being of children. On one side, the McDonald Corporation is associating itself with those organizations who are concerned with the improving the health and well-being of children, and on the other side, its food is ultimately harming the habits eating habits of the is accord, and in other words, the food provided by the McDonald Corporation is not a good food which should be consumed by the general public. Now, this second point of criticism of corporate social responsible activities is that it distracts from public business economic role. Critics say that the cost it is the unrealistic expectation that the company should do CSR activities. Social responsibility defies the very point of being in business. That is the ultimate aim of any organization is to make profits and not to do social responsible activities. If a company performs CSR activities, it is an attempt to prevent the role of the government as a watchdog over powerful multinational companies. Other point is opposite of doing business. Opponents advocate that social responsibility is the opposite of doing business. Business and social responsibility are two polars that can never align together. So, social responsibility can never be a part of company's concern. Milton Friedman argues that each person should be free to spend his own money on social causes if he wishes, but the business owners should avoid a tax on consumers as the organization will raise the prices of their products to support business practices with social goals unrelated to profit. Next point of criticism is that CSR must be voluntary. Critics claim that effective CSR must be voluntary as mandatory social responsibility programs regulated by the government interferes with people's plans and preferences and distorts the allocation of resources. Another point of criticism is greenwashing. What is the meaning of greenwashing? When wrong information is provided by the organization so as to prove that it is very much concerned about, about the welfare of the society or environment, whereas on the other side it is not doing so. It is called greenwashing. In some cases, social responsibility initiatives have been used to improve a company's image even though no real change has been made. Some corporate responsibility efforts are mere public relations stunts with little positive impact on society. These words originated in 1960 when the hotel industry gave a blatant example of greenwashing. At that time, the hotels had put notices on their notice board that the customers should reuse the towels so as to save the environment. But the ultimate aim of that of all the hotels who had put up such notices was other. What was the aim? Their main aim was to gain more profits or to save the cost which they were incurring on washing the towels. It has been found that a firm is convicted under The Foreign Corrupt Practices Act received more lenient fines if it had been seen to be actively engaging in comprehensive CR practices. It means that if a company does some corporate social responsibility initiatives, it improves its image not only in the eyes of the public but also in the eyes of the government. And if something wrong is done by the organization, then that organization which is already involved in CSR activities is given some relaxation in the name of CSR initiatives. Next point of criticism is that CSR activities are done just to increase profits. Companies are sometimes accused of driving their CSR efforts in the hope of a positive advertising effect and increasing profits, and not for moral motives. Critics therefore simply equate CSR with marketing. It may be quite possible that some organizations may not be having the corporate social responsibility as their aim, but they only use social media such as TV advertisements or print media advertisement to show to the general public that they are very much involved in CSR activities and they are very much concerned about the welfare of the society and environment. But their ultimate or hidden agenda is only to increase profits. Now, the next question arises whether corporate social responsibility is mandatory all over the world. The answer is no. CSR activities are not mandatory in most countries. A few countries around the world have enacted CSR laws to encourage positive corporate citizenship. That is, only in the few countries of the world, the corporate social responsibility is mandatory. As already told, CSR activities are mandatory in India for certain type of companies who fulfill certain criteria, and they have to spend 2% of the average profit earned by them in the past 3 years. CR, CSR is taken very seriously in India. In 2014, India became the first country in the world to have a mandatory CSR contribution legislation. However, in today's world, if the companies are reluctant to take up CSR activities, they might lose customers. Now, another important point or question is whether the scientists and engineers have any social responsibility towards the environment or saving the welfare of or working towards the welfare of the general public. Now we come to the answer. If scientists and engineers take pride in positive achievements of science and technology, whether they should also accept the responsibility for the negative consequences related to the use or abuse of scientific knowledge and technological innovations. It means when they are given credit for their innovations, whether they should also be criticized or they should also owe some social responsibility if any of their scientific invention is used misabused is abused. The scientists and engineers cannot predict how their newly generated knowledge and technological innovations may be abused or misused for destructive purposes. However, a scientist or engineer cannot escape responsibility for research and technological innovation that is morally dubious. Now, we will like to conclude this course. Social responsibility deals with the basic idea of giving back to society and contributing to its betterment. Corporate social responsibility means responsible corporate behavior. Corporate social responsibility initiatives may take different forms, but the main motive is the same: betterment of the society and environment. Law is not made for every situation. So, the business should take social responsibilities of their own. In the modern world, there is a rising use of internet, and it has resulted into the serious blow to the public image of those companies who behaved irresponsibly towards the society and environment. Government interference is often necessary if the company ignores its ethical standards and takes socially irresponsible actions, such as disregarding environmental regulations to increase profitability. CSR can affect short term profits, but CSR should not be considered as an expenditure. Rather, CSR is an investment for better, long lasting gains. At the end, I would like only to say that we should take social responsibility seriously and take whatever steps we can take for the welfare of the general public or for the welfare of this environment. Thanks for watching. If you like our course, please spare some time to give a star rating to our course.